More information on the next installment in the Resident Evil franchise has been teased by an industry insider. After the major success that was the Resident Evil 4 remake, many fans were wondering what would come next for the iconic horror franchise. While fans still wait impatiently for the inevitable Separate Ways DLC, which sees Ada Wong play through her portion of the campaign in an attempt to secure a Las Plagas sample for Albert Wesker. There were multiple different hints and teases pointing in various directions that Capcom could potentially go with the series. Upon completion of the RE4 remake, fans got a little teaser revealing Wesker sitting in a control room staring at multiple different computer screens, one of which had the underground garden on it, a location that we travel to in Resident Evil 5, which we can see covered with a species of flower known as the Stairway of the Sun. This seemingly was a tease that Capcom plans to continue its remake train with the next installment of Resident Evil 5. Although the Resident Evil 5 remake was teased, it seems like it actually isn't next in line. When asked on the Snitches Discord server if they knew when Resident Evil 9 was set to launch, industry insider Dust Golem replied, quote, 2025, I'll say that much, though it will probably be announced next year. Now Dust Golem is pretty credible when it comes to any horror news in general. He's leaked accurate news in the past pertaining to both the Resident Evil and Silent Hill franchises. He's even gone so far as to leak images of one of the many Silent Hill projects that are currently in development. So there's no questioning the validity of Dust Golem's information, as he's proven time and time again that he has reliable sources. This claim by Dust Golem isn't too far-fetched, as it lines up with the pattern that Capcom is seemingly following with the Resident Evil franchise. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard launched in 2017, and 2 years later, Resident Evil 2 Remake launched. Resident Evil Village launched 2 years after that in 2021, followed by Resident Evil 4 Remake in 2023. This would put Resident Evil 9 2 years from now, and the inevitable Resident Evil 5 remake to possibly launch in 2027. This also follows the pattern of releasing a new title, a remake, and then a new title again. And for those of you that noticed that the Resident Evil 3 remake is not mentioned on this list, well, the reason for that is because it would ruin the pattern, and because we try to omit Resident Evil 3 whenever possible, both the remake and the original. And for those that haven't heard or seen any details about the possible story of Resident Evil 9, here is what we know so far from leaks. And again, I have to emphasize this, these story details are just leaks and are in no way confirmed by Capcom, so take these next details with a grain of salt. Resident Evil 9, codenamed Apocalypse, will be a single player experience and will pick up right after the end of Resident Evil Village, as Chris heads to Europe to confront the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance to determine their involvement in the events of Resident Evil Village. There will be zombies present in the game, just like in all Resident Evil games, but in RE9 they will have a much smaller role in terms of enemies. Some locations in game include a castle setting, go figure, a laboratory setting, and a forest or mountain range setting. One major detail that has been leaked by multiple different sources is the presence of mythological enemies, one of which is rumored to be a Wendigo-like creature. And as of right now, those are all the details that we have regarding Resident Evil 9. What do you guys think about these details? Do you guys think this is a good next step for the Resident Evil franchise, or should Capcom return back to its roots and focus more on zombies? As always, let me know in the comments down below if you guys enjoyed the video or found it informative. Consider leaving a like, it really helps the channel out. For more updates on Resident Evil, Capcom, and other video game news, subscribe to the channel as well. Till next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video.